What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. 2 new flags. Write down in the comment section where you think those flags are. Learn your flags. Alright, we're reacting to 20 most disturbing dash cam moments. If you have a vehicle, make sure you have a dash cam for your vehicle. It saves lives. Alright, let's get into this video. Here we go.
March 1st, 2024, Sydney Thomas, a 26-year-old semi-driver, was
Very
crossing the
interesting.
2nd Street Bridge when everything went wrong. A pickup truck swerved into her lane, causing a devastating crash that left her truck dangling over the Ohio River for about 40 agonizing minutes. Sydney genuinely believed she was going to die and even considered unbuckling her seatbelt and jumping out, but instead she drew on her military training to stay calm and pray for rescue.
What the hell? Where did the truck come from?
Pray for rescue.
Hold on. The car's in the road. I can't see where the truck's coming from.
And pray for rescue.
Hold on. Okay, I think it was trailing. Can't see it right there. That's weird. Maybe my eyes fucked up or something. Ooh.
After what must have felt like an
What's that, like
eternity,
10, 20,
firefighters finally arrived.
Like 35, 40 feet up above the water.
The pickup driver responsible was later charged on multiple counts.
That should look kind of
Sydney
scary
has
when
since
you're hanging
returned to
over
doing
the bridge.
deliveries and has been back on the road for over a year now. But this was only number 1 of the 20 most disturbing dashcam moments. And trust me, it gets more disturbing from here, including footage where a biker burned alive.
Shit.
In this terrifying dashcam video, a man was driving his 2004 Subaru Forester XT down Angeles Crest Highway in California, where segments reach elevations above 7,000 feet. Driving at these heights can be extremely dangerous, and things can go wrong in an instant, which is exactly
I mean, as long as you're doing a speed limit and not acting a fool, should be alright.
Record the scenery, and when he finished recording, he decided to really push the accelerator. But this was not the place to speed up. His view was completely blocked by the tunnel ahead, and he had no idea what was waiting on the other side. Right after exiting the tunnel,
are you speeding?
There was a sharp turn, and he swerved violently and lost control.
Shit. Like, why are you speeding? Like, it makes no sense. Oh no, my ass. Shouldn't have been speeding.
The car began to roll off the edge, but then something miraculous happened. It stopped on a rock wall, part of a drainage pipe that literally saved his life. Had that drainage pipe not been there, the Subaru would have tumbled hundreds of feet down the mountainside. It's terrifying to think how close he came to certain death.
Just being stupid.
This dashcam video captures what started as an ordinary shift for cab driver Ralph Roletta in Reading, Pennsylvania. It was his very first ride of the day on a Monday at 4:30 p.m., and he was stopped at a light while the rider in the back sat slouched down in his seat.
It's just a cab.
Everything changed in an instant. The rider suddenly sat up and demanded that Ralph hand over everything he had, and you can hear the panic in Ralph's voice as he realizes what's happening.
Everything I got, man.
Keep your hand where I can see him.
I just started.
What else you got?
I just
Let me see
started.
your wallet. Let me see your.
I don't have anything in my wallet.
We can do this the hard way, or we can do this the easy way, man. Let me see your
Oh
wallet.
shit. Shit, we finna do this the hard way then. You asked me that. We finna go the super hard way. Shit. These way the hard way my ass.
I need it all right now. If you don't want to die, man.
Okay.
He talking like you back in the 90s. You would die, man. That's how they talk in the 90s, especially in California.
No, was that a police cruiser had stopped at the same light directly behind them.
Oh,
During
shit.
the robbery, the light for their lane turned green.
Oh, it says sheriff right here.
The cab wasn't moving.
It is.
He activated
Sheriff.
his lights and stepped out to investigate.
The couch just sitting there.
Get out.
The couch just sitting there. I'll just wait till he finish robbing him. Get out. Go and get his ass.
Get out.
Hey, come here. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Lifesaver. Oh my God.
Almost immediately, the officer realized a robbery was in progress and ordered the rider out of the cab, where the suspect was quickly detained and arrested. He was later charged with multiple offenses. Had the police cruiser not been right behind Ralph at that exact moment, this could have ended very differently. This trucker was on a delivery near Calais in France when his dash cam captured a terrifying moment of a violent ambush.
Shit.
Multiple refugees along the highway used an improvised roadblock made of tree branches to force the trucker to stop. These migrants had fled from the refugee camp early.
You in the fucking truck and you get on the road, you trying to rob me, you're gonna get bowling pinned immediately. I wish you would try to run out in the street, try to rob me while I'm in a vehicle. It's gonna be bowling pin time. Fuck that.
Same day after rioting because police were trying to shut it down and they planned to hijack the truck.
They try to block the road.
They hurled rocks and chunks of concrete at the cab with 2 lumps of granite smashing through the windscreen. The trucker, Mick Young, later described the moment as petrifying, saying he feared for his life and genuinely thought he might not make it out.
They said that's in France. They do that in France too. I know they do it. Well, I live in Texas, so I know when you cross the border in Mexico, they do that too. They'll block the road, and then they try to get out and rob you and stuff like that.
Alive.
Fuck that.
Despite the chaos,
I wish you would come running that street while I'm in behind that wheel.
With facial injuries, requiring hospital treatment and around $3,000 in truck damage.
Damn, that's a lot of fucking people, man. They said they're refugees in France like that? They're fucking worse than America. Man, you back up, get a good going start, and fucking bowling pin that ass. Don't honk the horn, don't let them get out the way. Bowling pin that ass. Damn, they've been doing that. Look at all the trees in the street. They've been doing that.
Think what would have happened had he stopped or hesitated even for a moment. But things are about to get a whole lot.
Like, it's like at minimum 30 people there. What they gonna rob? They'll rob. Would get? Let's say they get $1,000. What? Everybody get $20? Like what are you trying to get?
More messed up as we continue. In the early hours of January 3rd, 2020. The Dashcam driver
Mexico.
and his wife
I seen
just crossed the border into Mexico minutes earlier when they came across what looked like a simple roadblock with several people standing nearby.
They were trying to rob.
Approached, a car in the middle lane moved forward, and men outside waved them through. It seemed safe enough. However, just as the driver moved forward, a pickup truck suddenly pulled in front, blocking their path, while people started banging on the windows and trying to force open the doors.
Bowling pin that ass. I don't want to keep pausing it. But a lot of people, like when you go into Mexico, a lot of people think, oh man, the cartel. These guys aren't cartel. These are just thieves and robbers. These are regular people just trying to rob you, just portraying the cartel. I've go to Mexico all the time, and I know some people that's not like high level cartel, but they're kind of in that little group. They're like the nicest people ever. They just got a little business. They're making money. They're nice to the locals. They're nothing like these people. So don't think that all the cartel in Mexico is bad. Yeah, see, everybody think this is cartel. They're just robbers and thieves. They're just trying to steal from you. Nah, get the fuck out the way. Yeah, these people just trying to rob you.
This was a coordinated cartel-style roadblock designed to steal vehicles and rob drivers, and possibly even worse. But the driver reacted instantly, maneuvering around the blocking cars and speeding away in the opposite direction before they could trap him. While that driver managed to escape.
Yeah, a lot of people in Mexico, a lot of like law enforcement and stuff, they're trying to cut down on all these robbers and thieves because it's messing with their tourism, and if it cuts down on tourism, it cuts down on the money that they make. So they're trying to do stuff about it. They're trying to do a lot about it.
Not everyone gets away so easily. In 2020, Aaron Pazant and Logan Howard, 2 American birdwatchers from Indiana, were driving along a remote back road in Mexico searching for tropical birds to photograph. Everything seemed peaceful until a truck suddenly roared past them. An armed gunman emerged from the vehicle, creating instant chaos.
No, please.
Go
From
where?
inside the car, you can see the panic set in immediately as the men realize what's happening. The armed men surrounded the car and began questioning them
shit.
aggressively, making
Now
sure
that might
they
be the
weren't
cartel.
spies or undercover officers in their territory.
Go. No, please. What? Please.
¿Dónde vas?
Please, what?
¿Dónde vas?
Please, what? No, Espanol, please.
¿No español?
We're just... We're about to pass
Oh, they
out.
got him back. Yeah, they got guns.
It's okay.
Oh, we're scared as shit. I understand.
No problem.
Está bien, carnal. Está bien. Todo es bien.
Aaron.
After demanding their names and the purpose of their trip, the cartel members were apparently satisfied
okay,
and
okay.
released them. The entire encounter was captured on their dashcam. To this day, the identity of the gunmen remains unknown, whether they were civilian patrols fighting cartels or cartel members themselves. On August 18th,
Oh, okay. Yeah, he shook his hand and everything. They thought they was coming in that territory to try to do something. But no, like I said, they're part of the cartel probably, but they're cool. As long as you're not trying to rob them or anything like that, you there as tourism, they're cool. They don't try to hurt you or anything like that. I mean, you respect their culture, they're gonna respect you. Like if people say, "Oh, Mexico's so dangerous," it's not dangerous at all. I go there at least twice a year. It's not dangerous at all. As long as you don't go look for no trouble, you should be fine.
2020, Tyler Day was driving through Napa County
California.
on Highway 128 when he found himself
That's
trapped
California,
in the middle
definitely.
of the LNU Lightning Complex wildfire. The fire had started just one day earlier, fueled by thousands of lightning strikes,
California
a
always
record
got
heat
fucked
wave, and strong winds. By the time Tyler was on that road,
Fucking
it was
wildfires
already
and shit.
burning completely out of control.
Like, what is he doing?
Blowing through.
From his dash cam, you can see walls of flames
Can't
on
even
both
see shit.
sides of the highway. Trees were collapsing across the road. The pavement was melting beneath his tires, and thick smoke.
Why would you even
turns day
drive in
into
that
night.
area?
Tyler had no choice but to keep driving forward, navigating through burning debris with practically
That
zero
shit's hot as
visibility.
fuck too. That
He
shit
made it
like
out alive,
melts in your fucking
but the
car.
fire claimed 6 lives and injured 5
Damn, that's
others.
fucked up.
At the time of Tyler's drive, the fire was 0% contained and wouldn't be fully extinguished for another 45 days, ultimately burning over 350,000 acres. It's absolutely terrifying to watch someone drive
Can't
through
even
what
see.
looks like the apocalypse. On February 26th,
Fucking idiot.
2022, near
Stay your ass in the
Colina in
house.
Chile, a driver's dash
Chile.
cam captured a chilling carjacking attempt on a freeway ramp. A white car ahead can be seen braking erratically and moving suspiciously as it approaches a tunnel. Sensing something was off, the driver keeps his distance. Suddenly, the white car comes to a complete stop, and at
really?
least 4 armed men leap out, rushing toward the driver's vehicle
They
in an
get-
attempted
but
carjacking.
thank you. There we go. Bowling pin that ass.
But the driver had sensed trouble from the start.
You want to get out of the middle of the street trying to rob me? Bowling pin that ass.
And had the reflex
Instantly.
to keep a safe distance. Reacting in a split
Where's the-
second, he
y'all
accelerated
rushing?
hard,
All right.
ramming into the white car and ripping its door completely off
Thank
while
you.
speeding away to safety. The attacker
Thank you.
barely managed to get out of the way.
Exactly what
What's
you do.
remarkable is how calm the driver remained throughout the entire ordeal. His
I'll
quick
do that.
reaction and awareness kept him safe. And some people who watched the footage speculated this may not have been his first encounter with carjackers. To
Damn,
this
he tried to get
day,
robbed twice?
there's no information on
He
whether
got
the
robbed before?
carjackers were ever caught.
There we go right
Subreddit
there.
Truckers, one user posted a disturbing video titled, "Guy on Highway Throws a Bike on a Semi." In this dashcam footage, a semi driver is traveling down a dark highway when,
No
out of
lights,
nowhere,
not a motherfucker.
a man suddenly appears and shoves a bicycle directly into the path of the truck at the very last second.
The fuck that's
However,
gonna do?
The driver hardly reacted and kept the truck steady. At first glance,
Yeah,
it
what the-
seems like nothing more than someone trying.
Now you gotta walk home, you fucking idiot. You in an 18-wheeler. You throw a bike in front. Good luck walking home, you fucking idiot.
Cause
Fucking
chaos.
dumbass.
There's a far more sinister explanation. This was likely an attempted robbery. If the driver had swerved, the semi could have flipped over or lost control.
Dude, there's
leaving it
nothing out there.
vulnerable and easy to loot. This police dash cam footage from
Dumbass.
Paducah, Kentucky, captured a gigantic streak of
Good luck
lightning
walking
so
home.
massive
Holy
that
shit.
2 separate cruisers recorded it. The first police car was farther away, and its footage shows the sheer length of the lightning bolt stretching across the sky. But the second police car was much closer, and what that dash cam captured is absolutely
terrible-ass
terrifying.
camera.
The lightning struck a nearby residence,
Oh, shit.
barely missing the officer parked just feet away.
Knock the car over? Flip the car or something?
The sound is almost overwhelming to watch.
If you could go back through it. Well, 2 reasons. One, it would be
God damn, it looked like it knocked the car off the damn road.
Fortunately, everyone survived unharmed.
They need to slow-mo
but
that
it was
shit.
a moment the officer will never forget. This Uber dashcam footage was posted by Reddit user Noil948 and starts off like any regular ride, a driver picking up passengers and taking them to their destination. At first, nothing seems out of the ordinary.
Oh, they got some kids
Then,
back there?
without warning, everything changes in the worst way possible. The man in the front passenger seat suddenly grabs the steering wheel and violently yanks it, trying to
fuck?
steer the car directly into an oncoming truck. The Uber driver fights
The
desperately
hell
for
is he
control
doing?
and manages to stop just before impact.
The fuck are you doing? You gonna kill everybody. Especially get up under the 18-wheeler. The fuck? The fuck
The
is this
saboteur
problem?
immediately jumps out and flees. The driver
Nah, go
chases
whoop his
after
ass.
him briefly before returning to his passengers. This was likely an attempted insurance scam, but the Uber's cameras
Dude.
captured everything, proving the driver's innocence. The most
that's his
disturbing
wife?
part is that there was a woman and children in the back seat, meaning this endangered an entire family for profit. While
Are you fucking serious? You willing to kill your whole family to try to get some money? Fucking stupid ass. Dude, if I was that Uber driver, as soon as we step on side outside on the ground, we getting that ass whooped immediately.
While it's unclear
Fuck
whether
the
the
police.
suspect was ever caught, the driver's
Nah.
quick reflexes may have
Go whoop
saved
his
multiple
ass.
lives that day. On September
he's like, what
24th,
the fuck?
2024, a horrific accident occurred on the
Oh,
M12
shit.
Vostok toll road near Moscow. A 25-year-old
Russia.
entrepreneur from Tatarstan, known as
Russia.
Molodoy, was behind the wheel of his black Audi RS5, tearing down the highway at over 180 miles per hour when everything went horribly wrong. The dashcam footage captures the moment a truck begins changing lanes to the left, and just seconds later,
Damn.
the Audi slams into it at unimaginable speed. The collision was absolutely catastrophic. The force of the impact sent the sports car underneath the truck,
Yeah.
completely shearing off the roof.
They got it on camera on the inside? Fucking idiots, man. 300 kilometers an hour. I wonder if they probably did have it up on the inside. Jesus Christ, dude. I know they died
At the time
instantly.
of the
dude.
crash, the Audi was still traveling at around 165 kilometers per hour, more than twice the legal
that's
speed
75.
limit. When
75
rescuers
miles an
arrived
hour.
on scene, they worked desperately to extract the driver from what was left of the mangled wreckage, but unfortunately, he didn't make it. When police examined the crash site, they discovered something disturbing. The car had no license plates. They were later found hidden in the trunk. As it turned out, Molodoy had a notorious reputation for reckless driving, racking up about 100 traffic violations and nearly 100,000 rubles in fines. This wasn't his first time
Wow.
pushing his Audi RS5 to dangerous speeds.
So he had a history of driving recklessly, and look, it caught up to him. Hey man, y'all stay safe on that road, man. Y'all stay very safe on that road. It's not worth it. Speeding for what? If you like to drive fast, go to a drag strip. You could take your regular car in there, you pay, and then you could run it. You ain't gotta do that shit on the street and endangering people's lives.
But it would tragically be his last.
Yeah.
On April 29th,
They'll
2013,
catch up to you.
a driver near Bagram Air Base in Afghanistan captured something absolutely horrifying
Afghanistan.
on Dashcam. A Boeing 747-400 cargo plane had just taken off, bound for Dubai with 7 crew members aboard. The massive aircraft was loaded
Cargo
with
plane?
207 tons of cargo, including 5 enormous military vehicles known as MRAPs. each weighing between 12 and 18 tons. From the ground, everything seemed normal as the
Was
plane
it-
climbed into the sky. Then,
It don't look
everything
normal.
went horribly wrong. The plane suddenly pitched upward at an extreme angle, stalled
Oh, it's gonna hit the
completely,
car?
and plummeted nose first toward the ground, erupting in a
damn,
massive
dude.
fireball.
That's crazy. It was overweight. That's crazy. Stalled or what happened, dude? That plane should be able to handle that weight. I know it's a lot of weight, but damn.
During takeoff, one of the improperly secured MRAPs broke free and severed two critical hydraulic systems, rendering the aircraft completely uncontrollable. All 7 crew members were killed.
Well, how do you know that?
Investigators found that National Air Cargo had failed to properly restrain the cargo, and the plane was overloaded. It's absolutely heartbreaking.
How would you know that? That everything blew up. So how would you know something got loose and severed the hydraulic cord? Somebody just making shit up. Maybe they're not. I don't know. But how can you tell when everything got blown to shit?
To think about what that dashcam driver witnessed. A tragic
That's
reminder
crazy,
of
bro.
how one mistake can cost multiple
Condolences to the
lives.
people,
This
lost
surveillance
their lives in
footage
that.
was recorded from a pickup truck in Chile. The driver had just
Chile
pulled into a
again?
highway turnaround lane when the car in front of him began to slow down and eventually
been
came to a
Chile,
stop.
bro.
Then the door swung open and 2 men got
Oh,
out.
this is-
One of them
that's
armed with a
coming.
handgun. At first,
Oh, really?
the driver tried to reverse,
Nah,
but
nah,
there
nah,
was
nah.
another car right behind him blocking
Nah,
his
nah,
escape.
yeah.
The only way out
There
was
we go.
forward. He pushed his way through,
sir.
ramming the attacker's car and breaking free back onto the highway.
Yes, sir.
During the collision, the
Flip
attacker's
that bitch.
brake lights came on, but the impact barely affected the pickup truck. The footage was later handed over to police to help identify the men and was also uploaded online. Within a few days, the real owner of the car recognized it as his. It had been stolen several days earlier.
Oh, wow.
This led police to believe the men were attempting to carjack the pickup as well, using a stolen vehicle to commit yet another crime. Fortunately, the driver's quick thinking and willingness to ram his way out saved him from what could have been a much worse situation. On a normal Sunday in Shiprock, New Mexico, a trucker was making a routine delivery when a pickup truck made a reckless U-turn right in front of him. The trucker honked in warning, but that turned out to be a massive mistake. The pickup driver got upset and started chasing him down the highway, blaring
really?
his horn in retaliation. At first, the trucker laughed it off, but then things escalated quickly. The pickup signaled to the right and pulled over, clearly wanting to
They got-
confront him. Sensing something was
Got
off,
boxes in the
the
back. He
trucker
must
kept
be a
driving
construction
and
worker.
began memorizing the license plate while calling the police.
There's a guy I'm driving a semi-truck and he's trying to run into me. His license plate is 6210, New Mexico. He's all over the road. He did a U-turn. He drove by me and flipped me off. I'm not for sure what's going on.
But while he was on the call, the situation took a terrifying turn. The pickup driver suddenly stopped in the middle of the road and aimed a shotgun directly at the trucker's windshield.
Oh,
He
really?
just aimed a gun at me. He just aimed a shotgun. He just aimed a shotgun at me. He
Oh,
just aimed
that's
a
somebody else in the
shotgun.
back
Get the police
seat.
out here, please. He just aimed a double-barrel shotgun and rolled his window down. I had to duck.
The trucker was in complete shock, but continued following at a safe distance while staying on line with the police.
So he had somebody
Then
in
it
the back
happened
seat?
again. The driver aimed the gun at him a second
Oh,
time.
there you go, right there.
He just aimed his gun at me again. He just aimed the gun at me again. Now he's headed back towards the hospital. He aimed a gun at me again, and he's headed back towards the hospital.
The trucker who submitted the video later reported that the driver was eventually caught and charged, though it's unclear what the final outcome was.
He just aimed a gun at me. He just aimed a shotgun. He just aimed a shotgun at me. He just aimed a shotgun. Get the police out here, please.
Relax,
He just aimed
relax.
a double-barrel shotgun and rolled his window down.
Calm
On
down.
November 19th,
We'll
2017,
get to it. We'll get to it in a
Clearwater,
second, sir.
Florida, 2 police officers were responding to a routine traffic
Clearwater,
stop in
Florida.
North Keene Road when their dash cams captured something absolutely insane. Just 2 minutes
That's a
after they
fit.
arrived, a
Ooh,
small
that plane
plane
right there.
appeared in the sky, descending rapidly, and it was heading straight toward them. The plane's right wing clipped a tree, sending the aircraft spinning out of control before it
Don't
slammed
turn the
into
car,
the side of
Mr.
the road,
Officer.
right
Shit.
where the officers had been standing moments before.
Emergency landing. This is like a little fucking plane, not fucking a Boeing.
Just minutes earlier, 61-year-old pilot Mark Allen Benedict had taken off from a nearby airport with one passenger aboard. Shortly into the flight, the engine started failing. Mark reported the emergency back to the airport, but he couldn't make it back to the runway. With the engine getting worse, Mark had no choice but to attempt an emergency landing on the road below. By pure chance, that same road already had 2 police cruisers parked there to witness the entire crash. Miraculously, despite the violent impact, Mark and his passenger walked away with only minor injuries, and nobody on the ground was hurt. It's incredible that everyone survived what could have easily been a fatal accident. On May 10th, Paul Lau, a 67-year-old Lyft driver, pulled into an Arco gas station for what should have been a routine stop. As he refueled and washed his car in the quiet of the night, an ominous figure crept through the back door. Then, the nightmare began. The suspect approached Lau with a gun pointed directly at him, demanding his wallet and possessions. Caught on camera, the armed man waved his gun menacingly while forcing Lau into conversation as he took his cash and demanded the car keys. But when Lau explained the car was keyless, the suspect viciously struck him in the face with the gun, fracturing his nose. The brutal attack left Lau with both physical injuries and serious trauma from the encounter. Luckily, Lau survived, but it's a harsh reminder of how vulnerable rideshare drivers can be during late-night shifts. In early January,
yeah, especially if you're working, if you're a Lyft driver or Uber driver, period, DoorDasher, anything, do any type of services where it takes you everywhere and you go to people's houses, pick them up and stuff, you need to be riding strapped. You need to have some type of weapon in that car to protect yourself. Cameras, yeah, they don't, but you need to protect yourself. In order to do that, you need to be strapped to the core.
2016, Christopher Telford was heading home in Lancaster, England, testing out his new head-mounted camera to capture footage of the countryside. He captured something else entirely. Traveling around 60 miles per hour, he
on the right
topped a
side,
blind hill and spotted a BMW trying to pass another vehicle in the opposite lane, headed straight toward him. The BMW didn't slow down. It actually seemed to speed up, trying to beat him to the gap. Christopher slammed on his brakes, but they locked up and sent his car sliding sideways until he hit the wall and flipped onto his side. What happens next might be the most British reaction to a car crash ever recorded.
You all right, mate? Man, so we could have died, man.
Scary. Dear. I'm uninjured.
His compact Toyota Yaris absorbed most of the impact, and he walked away with only minor bumps and bruises. Had the BMW been going any faster, this could have ended much worse. On February 26, 2025, a driver in Baton Rouge, Louisiana had just finished his evening kickboxing training and was heading home on what seemed like a completely normal Wednesday night. The footage shows him waiting at a traffic light with nothing out of the ordinary happening. Just ahead, a black car sits in the intersection preparing to make a left turn. Then, in a split second, everything changed in the most horrific way imaginable. Out of nowhere, a motorcycle comes flying into the frame at an estimated 160 miles per hour and slams into the side of the black car with brutal force. The impact is so intense that the car bursts into flames instantly. The motorcyclist is thrown to the ground, still on fire.
That's terrible, man. He had a caution yellow light, but he's taking too long to make the turn.
This truck was traveling along a Mexican highway, the driver and his assistant going about what seemed like a routine delivery. The dashcam footage shows everything appeared normal at first, but then 2 vehicles suddenly pulled up alongside them. Armed gang members jumped out and rushed toward the truck. The driver and assistant immediately raised their hands as weapons were pointed directly at them.
Gun that shit.
Was forced out first. Then one of the gang members climbed into the cab and ordered the driver out at gunpoint. Another gang member jumped behind the wheel and drove off, leaving both men stranded on the side of the road. The entire coordinated hijacking was over in seconds. But if you want to see more disturbing dash cam moments,
Damn,
watch this
dude.
video next. Also, make sure to subscribe.
Man, you in an 18-wheeler, they jump out in front, telling you, get your hands up. No. I'm finna gun this bitch. Fucking run a bowling pin their ass. If you ever in a situation where someone's trying to get out and rob you in the street when you're behind the wheel, bowling pin that ass. Man, that's terrible.